As we approach 9th August 2022, some of the threats to a successful general election that we need to confront include the evil of bribery, the undue interference with electoral processes through political hooliganism, general violence and intimidation of voters to dissuade them from freely exercising their democratic rights, and the enduring abuse of social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, and the blogosphere in propagating misinformation and disinformation. The vitriol and hate speech and incitement on social media is on the rise at political campaigns and is compounded by propaganda and fake news. We have, however, strengthened media monitoring and investigation of hate speech. Although we have observed an exponential rise of incitement on social media, let me state it here. That's a democratic state which guarantees the freedom and access to information under Chapter 4 of the Constitution of Kenya. 2010, the government of Kenya will not shut down the internet before and after the general elections. Corruption in all its forms is yet another entrenched vice that poses a great threat to free and fair elections. His Excellency the President has strongly spoken about the national security implications of corruption and how corruption has undermined the moral fabric of our society. To win the fight against corruption, therefore, we need all hands on deck. We need religious leaders and groups to play their role. We need other arms of government to play their role as well. We need Kenyans across our country to play their role. We have made a commitment to tackle corruption and will continue to do so with great zeal. Other constant threats as we head towards the general election include an increase in cybercrime and computer misuse, the worsening drought and food situation, a spike in hate speech and incitement, ideological differences and ethno-political mobilization, the potential for border operators to be misused by politicians, money laundering, ethnic and intercommunal conflict, terrorism and violent extremism, organized criminal gangs, land and boundary disputes, cattle rustling and stock theft, sexual and gender-based violence, COVID-19 pandemic, the ensuing negative socioeconomic impacts of the Russian-Ukraine war that has triggered harmful macroeconomic effects, including skyrocketing prices for food, oil, construction, energy, and has worsened the cost of living. We are aware that there are certain opportunists and criminals who may capitalize on the electioneering period to commit various crimes, thinking that security organs are preoccupied with securing the electoral process. I wish to state categorically that the government has put in place measures to contain these threats. Our security organs, especially the NPS, are better prepared and resourced than they were in the 2013 and 2017 general elections. Since 2017, we have recruited 20,300 police officers and 2,500 police reservists. Our per capita ratio of police to citizens is well beyond the UN standards of 1 policeman to 450 citizens. We have adequate police to serve and secure the forthcoming general elections. The government, through the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government, has regularly held meetings with key stakeholders to prepare for a peaceful, free, and fair general election on 9th August of 2022. Our priority focus has been on the preventive rather than on the punitive. We have formulated the National Multi-Agency Consultative Forum on Election Preparedness, chaired by the Honorable Chief Justice and President of the Supreme Court of Kenya. For the time that it has been in existence, this agency has been a great success. It has created a common purpose across the board. It has been aggressive in policy development, policy alignment, and coherence amongst key actors. So we are also planning against election-related security vulnerabilities, and the development of rapid response has been undertaken. We have undertaken robust risk assessments and mapped the counties into zones depending on their level of security and the vulnerability to potential triggers of conflict and violence during the electioneering period. We have scanned the environment and are well prepared for any challenges posed by unique social, cultural, and geopolitical dynamics of the electioneering period. We have put in place plans to enhance the protection of electoral workers and the security of women, political candidates during the electioneering period. As you are aware, the NPS remains independent at the direction of the Inspector General.